13, I was super obese. Germany is lacking the skills. Canada is super cold.
Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. From today I started a story of my life series, and today I'm a guest in my friend's place, Prakriti from India, and I want to know how she has managed to come all the way from India to Germany and how she is working here. I want to know her life story, so let's jump to it.
Hello, namaste, and thank you very much for inviting me on your channel to speak to your viewers. Hi viewers, this is Prakriti. My original name is Prakriti, but you can call me Prakriti. And Nargis is a very good friend, and we know each other because of Bollywood.
Yes.
For some years now. And so I come from north part of India. I was born and brought up in a small city called Dehradun. It's close to the mountains and very nice spot for holidaying. Then I lived in the capital city, New Delhi, for almost a decade, and I completed my bachelor's and master's from Delhi, and then I was working there for almost 10 years before I moved to Germany. And here I am in Germany for almost 5 years now, and I love it very much. I mean, everything is not perfect everywhere in the world, but it makes me feel good. And what I always wanted to settle and work in Europe, and Germany was an easy option to come and live here, work here. So I like it very much here, and my vision is to stay back for long. I already have the permanent residence for Germany, and in future I want to apply for the citizenship because I like the country very much. My experience is good.
Mm-hmm. So nice to hear about this. And I wanted to ask how your journey started. Tell me a little bit about your background. What was the reason you started dreaming about Europe? And what pushed you? What motivated you?
So I've always been a very self-motivated and self-driven girl. I have 2 more siblings, and I come from a middle-income family group in India, so we were not a super richy family there. That was always a push for me to be selbstständig? No.
Independent.
To be independent. And I think growing up in a society where women are not treated as equal or not given enough opportunity in India to speak their mind out, to do what they need, everything is decided by the parents. All of this societal pressures around me gave me more push and motivation that I have to be myself, and I don't want to prove anyone wrong, but I want to prove myself that, you know, women are not less than anyone else in the world. We can do better. So that's why I've been very career focused always since the beginning. I finished my high school and my 12th from Dehradun, from a very nice school there. Dehradun is, by the way, a famous city for schools. We have very good schools, so people from Delhi and nearby cities come to Dehradun to study because we have a good education system there. And I was always focused that I want to then move to Delhi, start my own living, work there, study from Delhi. That was my vision even at the age of 13. Yes, I moved to Delhi in 2005. I even remember the date. It was 5th July 2005.
Wow!
Because for me, I moved to Delhi at the age of 17. When you know nothing about the world, so it was new and special for me, and I thought I'm starting a new life all by myself. And
like at the age of 17 you shifted from Dehradun to the capital city of India, Delhi.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was also quite a transformation for me because Dehradun is a small city, and Delhi is the capital city. People are different, super fast fast-paced life, very different than Dehradun, which is a calm and small city. So even the first few weeks I didn't like Delhi very much, but today I call myself more of a Delhiite because Delhi taught me a lot of things in these 10 years, a lot. 2005 to 2016. So more than 10 years I lived there. And then I moved here in 2017.
So in Delhi you finished your further studies, further education.
My further education. So I studied my 12th from Dehradun, and then I did my bachelor's in commerce from Delhi University. First year I was in a regular college, but then I wanted to be more financially independent, so I moved to this open learning side where you don't have to attend the classes every day. So I started that because I was working on the other side to earn money. So by the time I finished my bachelor's in 2008 from Delhi University, for me was quite a big milestone check, because I always dreamt about graduating from Delhi University, coming from a small town, and we have Garhwal University in Dehradun, not so renowned or not so famous as the Delhi University. So for me was quite a dream come true at that age. So when I had the degree in my hand from Delhi University, was a nice feeling. And then I did my master's in business administration.
Also from Delhi University.
Not from Delhi University, but I did from ICFI. It's Institute of Chartered Financial Accountants of India. It's situated in Hyderabad. It's a very renowned university, but they also have branches in Delhi and all over India.
While you were studying, you were working as well. Where you were working as a student, managing both study and work?
So with my bachelor's, it was more of like a student job, what you call here in Germany. So I joined call centers at that time. I think the BPO industry was quite at a boom in India, because you don't have to be very qualified, but you can earn a lot. That was the hype, and at that age, even 20,000 rupees per month was a lot of money.
Which equals now for euro 20,000?
180 euro or something. But in those days was a lot of money. Yeah, you can take care of at least your rent and your food, and you don't have to ask your parents for money.
Yeah, so financially you could make yourself independent by working in the call center.
Yeah.
And it shows your determination and motivation that you wanted to become an independent woman despite of that young age, not being reliant on parents' money, on sponsorship from family, saying like, no, I will stand on my feet myself and I will study myself.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask money from dad or from my family, so I did it more for myself. Some students or some people are privileged that they can get enough financial aid from their family, so they can get sponsorship for their studies, but I was not privileged enough for that, even though it's not that my family couldn't take care of it. I just didn't want to put so much burden on them. Everyone challenged me for my decisions in life, that what are you doing, why are you studying bachelor's from distance learning, this will not help you go anywhere, why are you working in call centers, this will not help you go anywhere. Because even my master's, I did this part-time MBA, which I have to attend classes over the weekend. So working 5 days, 2 days you can't have peace, you go and attend class full days. So this was quite a challenge.
Wow, and you did it like 2 years?
I did it because I was focused. I said, no, I have to finish my master's. I had so many friends and colleagues with me who dropped out from because it was too much stress.
Yes.
Made me what I am today. It made me stronger.
Give you a fire to prove them wrong.
The more the world challenged me, this is not right, it gave me more a push to finish what I am doing and prove that it's not a wrong decision. That's my nature also in general. Just like cats, if you tell them no, don't do it, she will do it. That's not a right example, but that's how my... But in reality, this gave me a push. that the challenges made me more tough and more focused towards my goals in life.
Wow. And tell us the story behind how you actually reached to your goals of coming to Europe, and what was the dream about Europe? Why Europe? Why not America or Canada?
I loved Bollywood as a kid, and of course we know in Bollywood they choose the best locations, shooting locations to show on the screen, and European locations seemed so beautiful always. It made me curious as a kid. Oh, okay, let's Google this place, and it made me more and more curious. Wow, Europe looks like a place not so far on the map from India, and also not so much time difference, not so cold, depends which part of Europe you want to go, but less cold than Canada. Canada is super cold.
You wanted to stay still in a warm area.
A bit warmer area, and yeah, but not so far. Canada, America are all quite far from India, so I had this thing developed in me as I grew up, that Europe is a place I would like to go and settle down and work there, live there. So this was a dream. Yeah.
When this dream started coming true?
So in 2011, I was working already as a project manager with one of the companies. It's in London. So they had their headquarters in London, and they had a branch in New Delhi. So that was the first international business trip I ever did in my life. And I went to London, and I traveled there quite often for this company. And while traveling there, it made me even more, it felt me like I'm more close to my dreams of coming to Europe, even though London is no more a part of Europe.
We all know that, which is unfortunate, really unfortunate for us, and also for many British people. But
God bless Brexit.
So your London trip gave you bigger motivation that you are on the right track and you are going towards your goal.
Yeah, it felt connected that this Europe is where I would like to come to and settle and work here. And so after working for this company, I got the job offer for another company which had a headquarters in Munich. And they had an Indian branch where I was supposed to work, but because the headquarters was here, I had opportunity to come on business trips to Munich. So I think I first came to Germany in 2014, and I liked it very much. And then the more and more I came to Munich, it felt very connected and very nice. I mean, the place where you live, you should have a connection somehow. You should feel home.
Yes.
So Munich made me feel quite home since day one. And then the dream got even stronger, that yes, it would be very nice to come and settle down here. So,
and you don't work in IT sector. This is kind of a cliche in the mind of a lot of Germans and also us. If we see Indians working abroad, we always think, they might be IT engineers because that's what the India is famous for. Usually the strong IT developers, engineers come from India. That's how we have it in the back of our mind. So you do also the technical job, or what's your job?
So this is, I mean, it's a cliche, but it's also true, because I would say more than 60% of the Indians who work here are in the technical roles, where either they are a developer or tester into software or some technology position. But my role, I'm from the other remaining 40%, which is not so common maybe, but I don't come from a technology or IT profile. Though I work in the industry, I am into the IT software business. I'm more into a management role, because I studied Masters in Business Administration, and I was already working into project management field in Delhi, and I already had 10 years of experience into the field before moving to Germany. So
Which company you are working?
in India was a lot of companies. So I worked with IBM, Dell, and also one of the very interesting project in 2010. We had the Delhi International Airport Development Project, and we were doing the system integration, so the technology part behind. So I was a part of the project as a project assistant. That was the very beginning stage of my career, and I learned a lot, many things there, how the software project works, because it was interesting to know that for us as passengers at the airport, it's just baggage handling system, right? You just put your baggage, check in, and
it scans and takes it.
Go, exactly. But how the software works behind is what we build.
Oh, wow.
And working as a project assistant there, I got to learn so many things, that how this IT world works, even though I was not an engineer. But working in this project, it gave me a lot of exposure into the field, and then I got a very big break in IBM. Then I was working with Dell, and then I was working with this. Then I got the opportunity with this London-based company, and then it just the career just took off after these big breaks in multinational companies. And then I moved to Germany finally. And I knew Germany a lot before moving in, because I was coming on small business trips. And it's so it's very important if people who want to come here, it would be great if they learn the language.
Yeah.
Because Germany is a country where you also know, without language it's difficult to. It's better that you know the language, then you have more job opportunities. Yeah. For me, it was, I would say I was just one of the 1,000 people who was just coincidentally didn't need German, because my company was English speaking, and we didn't need German to come here. But it would not be a case with everyone. Or also I recently changed my job, and I saw that how difficult the market is if you don't know the language.
You changed your job.
I changed my job recently. I'm still in the same profile, into project management, IT software, but it's half German, half English. But my experience more the last 3 months searching for jobs, I would say the market is limited if you don't know the language. Or if people don't want to come to Germany, if they prefer English speaking countries, then of course Canada is good if they can survive the cold. I mean, of course the country is equipped enough to survive cold. But yeah, if you want to go to English speaking country, Canada is definitely a nice option, or even in UK. But if specifically you want to come to Germany, language is quite important.
And what would be your tip for the people who want to come maybe in the IT sector? What is your opinion about the job market in Germany? What kind of jobs have a future? If somebody is watching us, maybe he or she is student, and that person also have a dream like you to go abroad and work. What kind of specializations they should get? Should they only concentrate on the college diploma, or should they do some extra curriculars, work experiences? What they have to do to reach to that level that you got?
Yeah. So in general, I would say that looking at the job market in Germany, there are a lot of jobs. It's not that, I mean, the unemployment rate is quite low compared to other developing countries. There are a lot of job opportunities, and especially for technology field, engineering field, Germany is lacking the skills with these kind of profiles, job profiles. So because the people here normally choose easier studies somehow, and that's why there's a lack of engineers or lack of technological people here, and that's why Germany is more open to invite skills from outside.
Like
from
you
other
mean
countries.
in IT sector?
In IT sector.
Because they are quite well with the automobile engineers and stuff like that.
Exactly.
We are not talking about them. We are talking more on the IT sector. Then they lack that IT skills.
They lack that IT skills, so skills like software developers, software testers, web database administration, and these kind of profiles. This is just a few of them. The field is huge. So I would say that your viewers, whoever is watching, if they are doing some bachelor's degree or master degrees in computer applications or software, it's good to have some additional software languages to add on top. I'm not myself a IT professional, so I can't recommend which languages to do, which is available in the market, or whatever is trending. So some additional software languages will definitely help, plus language skill if they really want to come to Germany.
I got the question from our viewer who is interested on IT jobs, and he's asking how to apply to IT jobs from India to Germany.
See, if someone is already working, depends if somebody is already working in India, and if the company has tie-up or they have presence in Germany, or maybe they have a German branch, they can always ask and apply internally. But people who are not working, they are freshers or they just finished studies, they can apply jobs online. There are tons of job portals like Indeed and Stepstone and local job portals in Germany. The main thing they need to take care of is that they have the skills, they have the right kind of studies that they have done to apply in that field, because I would also like to say the interviews are not so relaxed and easy like we have in India. The interview process is quite challenging. They put you through a lot of tests as well, so you need to be really good.
Can you tell us from your experience? Maybe that is really important thing you talk about, the job interviews, because you recently changed the job. How was it? They were talking to you in German because you have worked here. They ask your level, maybe German level.
Yeah, I've given quite a lot of interviews in Germany as well, and if you're applying for an English-speaking position, it's fine. They would ask you always in the beginning, is English better or German is better? You can tell them, and that's the most important thing in Germany. Be honest in general, and they like it. If you can't speak fluent, you can tell them, and but normally there will be a panel of 2 to 3 people. And you have to dress up properly in an interview. If you have to follow a formal dress code, and the pattern is the same. You start talking about yourself. If it's English, you talk in English, but if it's in German, you would introduce yourself in German, and you would tell about your work experience, what have you done before, and why you apply for this job. And then if it's a technical position, I mean, I never applied for an engineer position because I'm not from that field. But a lot of engineers I know, who are my friends, have been through a full day test, or they would be given assignments to, like one of my friends who recently got a job while he was in India, he was given a 1-week assignment. And
to finish in India?
To finish in India.
Wow.
And because it's technical, they would be given case study, or if somebody from IT network field, where someone has to build a network, will be given some assignment that this is the situation, this is how we work, how do you think you will build a IT solution for this. These kind of assignments they use, where people really have to use their brain and their studies, what they have studied in their courses at college. They would have to really use their knowledge and skill to solve these questions, because these are something you can't Google, right? You have to know how to do it if you have studied the subject.
So it's not that easy.
Yeah, you need to.
Even if you have educational background, it's not that easy to prove yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be really good and knowledgeable about your subject. That's the most important thing, and they will find out if you have knowledge or not. because with
Okay.
these kind of assignments they can really know.
The last question I want to ask is, you are a very motivated and ambitious girl, and you have done so much. I mean, even when we speak, I didn't know about you prior to the interview that you have had long way in your career until you reached here.
Yeah.
What would be your motivation to our audience who want to come?
I would say believe in yourself. Keep pushing towards your dreams. Pick up one field from your interest. You might like 10 things, but from these 10 things, what you like the most, develop your skills and knowledge on that subject more and more. Yeah, and learning never ends. I mean, you learn even until the day you die. There would be something new.
Yes.
So keep an open mind and keep learning. And if you are a student, you have chosen a particular field or a job role to go in, keep researching and improving or enhancing your knowledge around the subject. Keep your studies in sync with what you want to learn. So if someone wants to go in IT software, be up to date what technologies are working or what softwares are trending in the market that will help you become a developer or a software or go into that field. So keep or improving your knowledge around the subject.
And I have got my book club, so to say. It's a book lover, Nargisa. What is your favorite book favorite book of all time that you could suggest to people to read?
I'm a marathon runner. That's my main sport, and I read a lot online, and sometimes books which tell me about running and sports in general and health and nutrition. These are my favorite topics, even though I was doing business administration, but health and fitness had always been a point of my interest and passion throughout. So just as I said that whoever wants to go in whatever field they want to pursue is in their career, enhance your knowledge around the subject. So this was one of the topics I always took interest in, and I've come a long way there. As a runner, I never thought I would run a marathon in life. So the last book I was reading was about medical explanation of the biology or the human body for long distance runners. This is one of the books.
I think it's there.
Yeah, so I am more of an endurance sports person. I always liked biking, running, swimming. I'm still learning. I'm not a very good swimmer, but I have a dream to do triathlon in future someday.
Wow.
That's a long-term goal. I don't know when it happens, but even when I never ran a half marathon in life, I never imagined that I can run a half marathon. Can I run a marathon? I never thought about it, but that's what I love about endurance sports, that you push yourself to your limits. You understand yourself so much better. You understand your body, you understand how you function, what you can do beyond what you think you could have done before. It's like that. So that's my, in general, attitude towards life as well. Keep pushing to the end of life. So these books that I read sometimes, this Endure, it's not just about running. It talks about mind, body, and the curiously elastic limits of human performance. And then there's another book called Beyond Limits, and this I got from a friend. It's from Laurie Morgan. She's an ultra marathon runner. So she's written about her journey, that how was her running journey all these years, and her initial days as a runner and how she's doing now. So these kind of books really inspire me, especially if they are from women, because that's what I also like to always promote, women fitness, and that's why my Instagram account is also named that, and I try to help women with their fitness goals and health goals, and try to educate with the knowledge that I have. because to tell you a secret, I was a very fat kid.
Hmm.
Until the age of 13, I was super obese, very much overweight, about 10.
I cannot say it now because the way how she runs, the way how she dances, and how she looks, I would never ever even think that you were ever a fat girl.
I was very fat. Then I lost 10 to 12 kilo all by myself.
Wow.
That was another self-motivation, because you can hear people, you can talk to people, watch videos, read articles, but unless you are self-motivated to do something by yourself in life, nobody else is going to come and do it for you. So I started pushing myself to pick up, and endurance sports is the first sport I used to do in India as a kid. At the age of 13, I was running on the streets there, I was biking, and that gave me, and that's why 20 years from now I'm still with the same passion and energy towards fitness.
If you would like to check her Instagram account, it will be
in the link description below. Follow me at Women Fitness Forward. I'm open for collabs and questions, and DM me if you want to know anything more.
Thank you so much for this beautiful interview. I hope it was inspiring for you. If you like this video, please do comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. That was Prakriti, and it was her life story. Thank you for being with
My
us.
pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.